Welcome on today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. Andhra Pradesh HC directs visa judge to record suspended doctor's statement. The Andhra Pradesh High Court on Wednesday directed the Visakhapatnam Sessions Judge to record the statement of a suspended government doctor allegedly manhandled by the police in full public view in Visakhapatnam last week. The High Court directed the Sessions Judge to personally visit the government hospital for mental health where Dr. K. Sudhakar Rao is admitted and record his statement. The court issued orders that the doctor's statement be submitted to it by Thursday evening. The court passed the orders on a petition seeking a probe into the doctor's manhandling, arrest, and admission to a mental hospital. Sudhakar Rao, Civil Assistant Surgeon, Area Hospital, Narsipatnam, who was suspended 2 months ago after he publicly criticized the government for failing to provide N95 masks to doctors treating COVID-19 patients, was arrested by the police in Visakhapatnam on May 16 for allegedly creating nuisance on the road at Akayapalam. COVID-19 lockdown. Flight with 143 NRTs lands in Vijayawada. The first flight carrying 143 non-resident Telugus NRTs from London landed at Vijayawada International Airport on Wednesday. The flight took off from London and landed first at Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport in Mumbai and from there at the Gannavaram Airport. Nearly 75% of them have opted for paid quarantine so far. They will be taken in APS RTC buses to the select hotel designated as paid quarantine facility, said President of Andhra Pradesh Non-Resident Telugu Society APNRTS, Venkat S. Medati. A total of 9 APS RTC buses were arranged to shift the foreign returnees from airport to the quarantine facility. The passengers were screened at London before boarding the flight and again after arrival. Their swabs were collected at the airport and sent for testing. All the 143 returnees will be quarantined in Vijayawada for 14 days, after which they will be taken to their respective districts. After dropping them at home, they will be monitored by health officials for a further period of 14 days. Get ready for Kharif before monsoon, Andhra Pradesh CM Jagan Mohan Reddy. Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy on Tuesday directed officials to complete preparations for Kharif season before the onset of monsoon. He said under Raitu Bharosa already Rs 3,675 crore had been given to the farmers so that they can invest the same on the crops they are going to cultivate during Kharif. The first step of preparation of Kharif has been taken on May 15 by crediting the amount to the accounts of the farmers. The second step commenced on May 18 will be distribution of seeds at the village level itself. It is the first time seeds distribution is being done at the village level, Jagan said. A total of 8.43 lakh quintals of seeds are ready for distribution and already paddy and groundnut seeds have been dispatched to the districts. District collector were directed to ensure that there are no spurious seeds and pesticides and there should not be any complaint of losses due to them. From June 1 onwards, fertilizers will be distributed to farmers through Raitu Bharosa Kendras RBKs and 11 lakh metric tons of fertilizers are kept ready. The Chief Minister stressed the need to hold irrigation advisory board meetings and formulate action plans for the release of water for irrigation. All units functional before lockdown to come under restart in Andhra Pradesh. The state government, which has extended support to industrial sector, especially micro, small and medium enterprises (MSMEs) in wake of COVID-19 crisis, issued guidelines for the restart program. Issuing the guidelines, the Industries and Commerce Department, in a government order issued on Tuesday, said all MSME large mega units which were functional before the lockdown, that is before February 2020 and previously, will be eligible to avail the benefits under restart. Seasonal units which are operational during specific seasons during the 2019-20 fiscal will also be eligible. Those who want to avail the benefits under restart shall apply on or before June 30, 2020. The entrepreneurs can avail this facility by filing their details in the incentive online portal www.apindustries.gov.in or incentives. The industrial units which have already registered in the portal can use the same credentials to log in the website. Chittoor records its first COVID-19 death. Chittoor district registered its first COVID-19 death late Monday. The victim, a 60-year-old man from Srikalasti, reportedly contracted the virus from his son, who had returned from Guntur city, a hotbed of coronavirus cases. The son, a student, is said to have spread the virus to 16 persons, including his father, mother, sister, and a ward volunteer. Officials suspect the youngster may have triggered the second wave of coronavirus in the temple town, which has recorded a total of 62 cases. Apart from the father and the son, two others from the family have also tested positive. District Medical and Health Officer Dr. M. Panchalaya said the deceased was suffering from comorbid conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, and others. The youngster, who is likely to have infected in Guntur, returned home in the last week of April. He, however, did not consult any doctor and instead took medicines for fever but was not cured. Take us back to Srikakulam appeal 71 fishermen. About 71 migrant fishermen stranded in Mud Island of Maharashtra have appealed to the district administration to take them back to Srikakulam like other migrants. It was 6 months ago that the fishermen of Vajrapottukuru, Santavamali, Sompeta, and Ichapuram mandals in the district migrated to Mud Island. We earned rupees 600 per day by making fishing nets. Due to lockdown, we have lost our means of livelihood. The situation got so worse that one of the fishermen, G. Malis of Vajrapottukuru mandal, died of high fever. Kari Somesu, who hails of Hukumpeta of Vajrapottukuru mandal, said, with no money in hand due to ongoing lockdown, the fishermen appealed to Srikakulam District Collector J. Nivas and Palasa MLAs Appala Raju. They managed to survive for quite some time with the essentials and money extended by the collector and the MLA. Despite several appeals, the state government did not make any attempt to take us back to Srikakulam, the fishermen alleged. Initially, the fishing boat owners supplied them essentials for some time during the lockdown. Later, for some reason, they stopped the support, he said. "69 discharged active coronavirus cases under 700 in Andhra Pradesh. Another 57 new cases took the COVID-19 count in Andhra Pradesh to 2,489, including 150 cases under other states category. The toll increased to 52 with 2 deaths, one each from Chittoor and Kurnool, reported in the last 24 hours ending 9 am on Tuesday. According to the media bulletin issued by the State Command Control Room Health on Tuesday morning, a total of 9,739 samples were tested in the last 24 hours and as many as 69 were discharged after recovery. Among the 57 new cases, 6 cases, 5 from Chittoor and 1 from West Godavari district, were linked to Coimbatore Wholesale Market in Chennai. Telangana open to having Dutch firms in Hyderabad. The state government on Tuesday welcomed the Netherlands government to set up industries in Hyderabad and hoped that startups from the city be given market access to the European country. Speaking at a webinar, Cybersecurity, Threats, Challenges and Opportunities, India and Netherlands, organized by the state government Cybersecurity, COE, TSCI, along with Hague Security Delta, IT and Industries Principal Secretary Jayesh Ranjan said, "We are home to many global IT giants and GCCs. We welcome Dutch firms to establish their presence in Hyderabad. We would like to have our startups and SMBs get market access to the Netherlands. Similarly, we would want our universities to conduct joint research with Dutch universities. The Cybersecurity COE can help facilitate this." Sangareddy, 254 surrounding villages suffer sans drinking water. At a time when the state government and the authorities concerned continue to make tall claims regarding various measures they have taken to ensure adequate supply of drinking water to all parts of Telangana, Sangareddy town has been suffering a lot for the past 4 days after the supply of water to the town came to standstill. According to sources, the supply of drinking water hit a roadblock after a pipeline developed leakage. Meanwhile, the supply of drinking water to as many as 254 villages in the Sangareddy district was also snapped on Tuesday, owing to the repair works. According to Mission Bhagarita officials, the supply of water to Sangareddy town was snapped after a pipeline at the DRDA office in the town developed leakage. Though the repair works on this started around 4 days ago, the sleepage was reportedly posing issues in expediting the works quickly, as a result of which the officials had to snap the supply of Mission Bhagirath water to as many as 254 villages situated near the town as per the request of municipal officials. Telangana High Court judge recuses himself from hearing fee hike case. Justice B. Vijay Sen Reddy of Telangana HC on Tuesday recused himself from hearing the case filed by several medical students challenging the fee hike for private unaided minority and non-minority professional medical and dental courses. The matter is expected to come up for hearing before another division bench headed by the Chief Justice on Monday. Another division bench of Justice M.S. Ramchandra Rao and Justice K. Lakshman decided to rescue from the hearing of the matter after Telangana Admission and Fee Regulatory Committee Chairman Justice P. Swarup Reddy had filed a memo accusing Justice Rao of being prejudiced against him. Meanwhile, another division directed the State Advocates Welfare Trust to extend financial assistance to all the needy advocates without reference to the guideline formulated having a maximum 10 years standing at the bar. Telangana issues another Rs 17 crore for development works in Mehboob-Nagar. Government has issued another Rs 17 crore for Mehboob-Nagar municipality to complete all development works, said V. Srinivas Gaur, State Excise, Culture and Tourism Minister, here on Tuesday. The minister reviewed the Mehboob-Nagar urban development project along with Collector S. Venkatrao, Municipal Chairman K.C. Narasimha and Municipal Commissioner Surender. He directed officials to expedite the works. The minister said the state had issued orders for the construction of a mini Sheela Parmam near Mehboob-Nagar Pond and had released 8 crore for it. The minister said on January 13, Rs 4 crore was allocated for the development of the pond, around which trees would be planted to increase green cover. Telangana spent Rs 6 crore on train fare of migrants, Vinod Kumar. State Planning Board Vice Chairman B. Vinod Kumar said that the state government has spent 6 crore towards the train fare of migrant workers. In a statement on Tuesday, Vinod Kumar said that 85,273 migrant workers were transported to their native states by 63 special trains. He, however, blamed the Ministry of Railways for not considering the problems of migrant workers on humanitarian grounds. The central government's behavior towards the migrant workers was irresponsible, he alleged. He also disputed the central government's statement that the center has borne 85% on the travel cost of the migrant workers. As the railways are implementing social distancing in trains, only 54 passengers were allowed on each bogie as against the full capacity. But the center is claiming that it gave concession to the other 18 passengers too. Vinod Kumar said the Railway Minister, Finance Minister and other union ministers were basically lying through their teeth on the matter of the special trains. He alleged that railways had collected regular fare from the migrant workers and did not give them any concession, he said. KCR Jagan tied up secretly to divert Krishna water to Andhra, Uttam Kumar Reddy. TPCC President and Nalgonda MP N. Uttam Kumar Reddy on Tuesday alleged that Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao planned to divert Krishna water to Andhra Pradesh through Pothireddupadu, which was a gross injustice to the people of Telangana. Addressing the media here on Tuesday, he alleged that a secret tie-up between KCR and Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy had led to GO 203. He alleged that the Andhra Pradesh government has been planning to lift 10 TMC feet water to Rayalaseema through the Pothireddupadu and Sangameshwara projects at an estimated cost of Rs 6,825 crore. He said that the erstwhile Rangareddy, Mehboob-Nagar, Nalgonda and Khammam districts would face severe water problems if the Andhra Pradesh government succeeded in its move. Seeking KCR's resignation, Uttam announced that the TPCC would take up a protest demonstration at the SLBC tunnel on June 2. TPCC Working President and Malkajgiri MP A. Revant Reddy, who was also present, said that late Y.S. Rajshekhar Reddy had initiated lifting of 44,000 cuses of water in 2005 with the consent of Chandrasekhar Rao, who was then a union minister. Water Wars. KRMB now asks Telangana to respond to Andhra's charge over River Krishna. The Krishna River Management Board (KRMB) on Tuesday sought the views of Telangana government on the complaint lodged by the Andhra Pradesh Irrigation Special Chief Secretary Adityanath Das on the new projects of Telangana. Board also asked the Telangana government to furnish the detailed project reports (DPRs) of the projects questioned by the Andhra Pradesh government. In a letter to Telangana Irrigation Principal Secretary Rajat Kumar, KRMB member Harikesh Meena wanted the Telangana government to treat this as priority and send the details. Andhra Pradesh Irrigation Special Chief Secretary Adityanath Das recently met the chairman of the KRMB and submitted a letter against Telangana's projects. The Andhra Pradesh government stated that the government of Telangana is going ahead executing new projects without any appraisal of the project reports by KRMB or CWC and approval of the Apex Council. Andhra Pradesh stated that this adversely affects existing and ongoing projects to meet drinking water needs in the chronically and critically drought-prone areas of Rayalaseema, Nellore and Prakasam districts of Andhra Pradesh. The KRMB member Harikesh Meena said in his letter to Rajat Kumar. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share and subscribe By and Times. Stay tuned, stay updated.